Cocksure by Scott Gressitt. He bore down on the crowd, queuing up in front of a bakery. As he approached, people heard the clunk of his boots and turned to see what made the noise. To a man, they stepped to the edges of the sidewalk to let him pass, mouths open, wide-eyed and suspicious. He was not much taller than the average man, no more muscular than the athletes in the population, and certainly no more menacing than the average psych patient or thug on the street. But crowds always parted as he approached. In his late 50s, 20 pounds overweight, graying, and worn out from a life of hard labor and rough living, he felt old and tired, but noticed his effect on people everywhere he went. It worked for him, this small advantage in a life plagued by entropy, ruled by the second law of thermodynamics. Airports, train stations, theaters, and trade shows, any public place, his effect seemed to clear a path before him in a crowd. When he was 14, he worked as an office boy for a fat little Jewish lawyer named Leonard Nussbaum in Baltimore. Leonard would often take him to lunch in Baltimore's most legendary Jewish deli, where lawyers, judges, and local politicians broke their midday fast. One day, after enjoying a tasty Reuben, sitting at the table next to Mayor D'Alessandro and the boys, Leonard escorted him straight into the worst block of Baltimore, Light Street, for some walking lessons. "Kid, I'm giving you a raise. You're not going to work in my office anymore. You're going to run errands for me, deliver shit around town. Now I'm giving you the raise as hazard pay." He looked at the kid with a wry grin on his face, and the kid said, "Okay, Leonard. So pay close attention. You stand right here and watch what I do. Watch everything I do. Pay attention to my eyes and to my posture. This shit will save your ass. Pay attention, kid." Leonard walked away 20 paces, then turned and faced him. He stared him right in the eye and painted a cold, serious, no bullshit face that almost made him giggle, but he felt himself shiver. Leonard looked him in the eye, then pointed to his own eyes with his first and second fingers, serious as cancer. The chubby lawyer started striding toward him, swinging his shoulders forward, left, right. Left, right. He leaned into each step with such authority and assertion that a dog watching from an open door got up and ran off. The kid couldn't take his eyes off him. Leonard looked like a freight train from hell, all 190 pounds of 5'2", bald, fat Jewish butterball, straight from hell. "Okay, kid, now you're going to be a 6'5" nigger with a knife in your pocket and 3 friends next to you. Now you get in my way and tell me to get my fat little Jewish ass off your block." The kid moved in front of him and said, "Get your fat little Jewish ass off my block." Leonard kept moving right toward him. "Say it again, and this time say it like you want to kill me. Get your fat Jewish ass off my block, you fat fuck." Leonard moved right to him without missing a beat, looked him in his eyes, still locomoting forward, and said, "I have no business with you, sir," and sidestepped right past him. The kid could feel the breeze as he passed. "Okay, kid, now you do it." They reversed roles and play acted for 20 minutes. Leonard walked next to him, manipulating the kid's arms and legs, his shoulders and torso. The locals stopped to watch and giggled at the two unlikely white men acting like crazies in the midday sun. Leonard corrected the kid's posture and facial expressions and showed him the correct angle to set his forehead and gaze, how to swing his hands side to side, serious and businesslike, but as cool and casual as a fall day. The kid worked the summer out, running papers for Leonard into the dirtiest, smelliest hovels in Baltimore. On one occasion that summer, a large black man approached him and said, "Who are you, kid? I see you around here a lot. You know, it's not a safe place for a white boy to be." 6 years later, walking to his car from a party in Hell's Kitchen, 3 hooligans watched him approach, looked at each other, and said, stepping toward him, "What you doing in this neighborhood, white boy?" A few years later, he found himself lost near the harbor in Charlotte, Amali, heading back to his boat from a late-night visit with a customer, when a very large brother said, "You know, young man, this is no place for a white boy to be late at night." In each case, he responded in the same manner to each who approached him. "I have no business with you, sir," and walked confidently past them, shoulders forward, hands swinging with purposeful confidence into the night.